Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to find new keywords using the Etsy search bar and things that you should be looking out for when researching for keywords, things that will show you whether that keyword is a good choice or whether that keyword might not be the best choice for your actual listing. So if you want to learn how to find new keywords, make sure that you watch all the way to the end. Now, if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe today. Don't forget to show me some love by liking this video. And if you're interested in opening a new Etsy shop, selling digital products, make sure that you take my Etsy course now available. And it's actually free for everyone. So I will leave the link below as well for that. So let's go ahead and dive in. So this is a quick way if you want to do keyword research and you don't want to use like a tool like erank. Maybe you don't want to sign up for Marmalade and you just want to find quick keywords because for some reason when you're using erank, maybe you're having a hard time finding additional keywords. So the first thing you want to do, whatever niche you're in, we're going to be talking about wedding today, but whatever niche you're in, what you want to do is just type in the keyword that first comes in mind of whatever you're selling. So I'm going to focus on wedding invitations today. So if I type in just the word wedding and I do a search, the first thing that you have to look at is how many other people are using that keyword. So the word wedding, there's 6 million other people using it on their listings. So that's probably not a really good tag or keyword that I should be using for my listing because of two reasons. One, the competition is too big. So therefore, I'm going to be most likely buried in the search results. And no one's going to pass maybe page 3 when they're doing shopping. So therefore, if I'm on page 20, no one's really going to see my listing. Another thing to keep in mind is that when you use keywords that have this much competition, your cost per click usually tends to be a lot higher because you're competing with more people. And even though now with the new Etsy ads, we're not able to see the cost per click like we did before, just keep that in mind. It still works the same way, even though we can't see the information. Keywords that are very, very popular are always going to have a higher cost per click. That's very, very important to keep that in mind. That's in any type of platform you sell, whether it's on Etsy, whether you sell on Shopify and you're doing your own advertising, or whether you sell on Instagram. When you run ads and you're competing for keywords that are very competitive, your cost per click will always be higher. When you use keywords that are not very competitive, two things happen. You could be found organically, which means that those particular listings you don't necessarily need to run the ads on and waste money on. And two, because you could rank organically, you could also, spend money behind it if you wanted to, and your cost per click won't be that high. And this is the main reason why a lot of people say, well, I'm running new Etsy ads and I'm spending so much money and I'm not making money back, or I'm breaking even at the end of the month. It's because a lot of their keywords are very competitive. If they were to switch those keywords and find keywords that are less competitive, that they could rank organically, then their cost per click wouldn't be as high. And let's say you have a budget of $4 a day, your budget will be spread and you will get more actual views and more listings because now that $4 is taking you a longer way than after 4 clicks you spend your whole entire budget because you're using keywords that are very competitive. So just keep that in mind. It's just good practice to keep that in mind. Competitive keywords equals higher cost per click. Now, if I was to do, let's say wedding invitation, let's say set, right? I'm going to just do a little bit different. Now, this is a keyword that I could potentially compete for. There's only 51,000 other listings. Now, my thing is when I tell people when you're doing keyword research, my best numbers that I prefer or my sweet spot is to have listings under 30,000 or less. So if I find a keyword that I'm researching and there's 30,000 people using it or less, those are the ones I usually tend to go after. If it's 30,000 and up, I know it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge. Doesn't mean I won't pick them, because in some saturated markets, you have to pick at least the 50 ones, because you can't find that many under 30,000 listings. So therefore, you're stuck with these type of keywords. But these are way better than, 6 million or 1 million or over 100,000. So if you have to go the highest, I would say anywhere from 30 to 50 would be the highest. And if you could do 30,000 listings or less, will be better for your store. So this would be a good one here. And another thing you guys could do when you're finding new keywords, let's say you pick this one here, is by simply typing in wedding invitation, it gives you a list of keywords. As you can see, these are all different types of keywords that people are searching for. So if you're using, let's say, erank keyword tool, and you really can't find that many keywords or you're getting stuck, this is an easier way to find keywords for your store for that particular listing. So for something that I'm selling, if I'm selling a wedding invitation kit that brings, or set that brings like 2 or more items, then a good one would be the wedding invitation set, maybe the wedding invitation suite, because that means that, a couple more come with it. Wedding invitation download, that would be a good one because I'm doing a digital download store. Wedding invitation template would be another good one because I'm selling an actual template that the customer will edit themselves. But what you want to do is not simply just copy these keywords. You want to click on each one individually, and you want to see what is the competition like. This one seems like it's very steep. It's 142,000 other people. So this one wouldn't really work for me because it's too much competition, and I'm going to be buried in the search results. The only way that you could land on the first page is if you become a bestseller. Now, these are ads right here, but this one here is a bestseller, and it doesn't have an ad. You see how it says AD? That's how you know this is an actual ad that someone's running. Now, the only way that you become a bestseller is you upload a new listing, and within a time frame, Etsy really doesn't tell you how long, but within a time frame, I want to say like a month, let's say, Etsy puts your new listing in the first page of Etsy, the second page of Etsy, in the beginning. If a lot of people interact with that listing, they buy from you at that given moment, it becomes like a bestseller. If a lot of people are buying, a lot of people are interested in that listing, your actual listing becomes bestseller. And even though that keyword is almost impossible to rank for, because your listing became a bestseller, you don't even have to worry about that listing ever again. That listing will always auto-populate for that keyword as long as people are buying it. So that's the key. The key is when you upload a new listing, especially when you're competing with a saturated market and you have tags like these that this is how many people are actually using that keyword, you want to make sure that your product presentation, this is something I always talk about, which is how you showcase your product, your photos have to be amazing. They have to be better than your competitors, like people around you. They have to look so good that people are clicking and buying and favoring, and there's a lot of engagement going on that the algorithm says, wow, this listing is very attractive to a lot of people. Let's keep it on the first page. If you add a new listing and that doesn't happen for you, over time, what's going to happen is if no one interacted with that listing, no one purchased from you, no one did anything with it, over time, if you pick these high tags, you're going to be buried in the search results because Etsy is going to prioritize and they're going to put the listings that do really, really well on the first, second, third, etc. And the listings that don't do really well, maybe you don't have the best photo, maybe you don't have the best layout, maybe what you're selling is kind of confusing. People don't really know what they're buying, right? If you don't have a good listing, your listing is going to be buried in the search results and eventually no one's going to see it. And then the next step after that is fixing your SEO, is finding keywords that you could potentially rank organically. But as you guys know, it's just not keywords. Everything comes together. So keep in mind, SEO, which is what we're talking about today, helps you find customers, right? So SEO, when somebody types in the keyword, they find your listings. But the photo is what makes people want to click and buy. It's the photo. It has nothing to do with how many products you sold, Do you have one review or do you have 20 reviews? Do you have one sale or do you have 500 sales? A lot of people don't even pay attention to those little things. The reason why people buy is based on photos. In 2018, Etsy did a survey and they said 90% of buyers purchase strictly due to the photo. So if you don't have a good listing presentation, a good photo, it's going to be really hard for you to rank for that keywords in the bestseller category. That way you could always be in the first page. So just keep that in mind, that you could always go for high target tags like this one, but make sure that if you are going to do that, that your photos are incredible so you can have a fair shot of possibly getting bestseller. That would be the best bet. But in this case, if you're trying to find keywords that you want to rank organically automatically and not take that chance that you might not, then you definitely wouldn't use this particular keyword. So this one would be one that I would delete. Now, I would probably go to this one here. It's very specific. And most likely it will have a less return. For this one, it's not. I guess wedding invitation template download is very, very popular. So therefore, it has over 81,000 people using that keyword. Once again, it's going to be very hard for a new store or a new listing to rank unless they have authority, unless they have the bestseller, they've been around for a long time. That will be like possibly the only way. So therefore, you will have to do more research and you just have to keep playing with this. Right here, wedding invitation template set. That might be another good one for me. Let me check it out. And this is how you would do the research. You would kind of go through all the options that they give you. This one was a lot better. Oh wait, actually it's missing template. So let's write it down. I think it was wedding invitation template set. This is the one. Sorry guys, I didn't type it in correctly. So this is actually a good one. Wedding invitation template set. It only has 14,000 people. This is actually perfect. This is what I was telling you guys. If you guys could find listings that are under 30,000, that's the sweet spot. That's when you could rank organically for those keywords. So this will be probably a good one for me if I was doing wedding invitations, because this falls right in my niche. It's a wedding invitation, it's a set, and it's a template as well. So that's very specific to what I sell. So that's a good one. So then you will keep doing this until you find additional ones. If your wedding invitation is blue, that will be a good one, being very specific with the color. This one is really good as well. It's only 16,000 people using it. Sometimes if you are in a very saturated niche, adding colors to whatever you sell, whether it's a wedding invitation or whether it's a t-shirt or whether it's jewelry, adding different colors to your collection sometimes helps you find keywords that you can rank for. As you see, if I was to type in wedding invitation template by itself, it's going to be crazy, the number. But wedding invitation template blue, look at how great the number is. It's 16, almost 17,000 listings. That's perfect. You could rank potentially or organically for it. Your cost per click, if you were to run an ad, your cost per click is not going to be that high because there's not that many people competing for it. And most likely you might be able to rank organically on the first and second page, saying that you have good standing, saying that you have a great picture, great products, and everything that comes with it. But as you can see, this is a really good one here. And then I will keep doing that. If you sell, let's say pink invitation, you know, sometimes by changing the color and just saying, you know what, I'm just going to do a pink background, or I'm going to add more pink layers to this invite, you'll be able to find additional keywords that you could use. This is a great one here, wedding invitation template pink, because there's not that many competition. There's only 24. I like to keep it under 30,000. So this would be another great one to kind of rank for and be found organically in the search results. And like I said, if I did an ad, I'm not too worried about my cost per click being so high. So this is how you're able to find your keywords using the search bar. But just keep in mind, that's not just simply copying the keywords and saying, okay, I'm going to use these. It's going through each one. And if they apply to whatever you're selling, going through each one and finding keywords that you could potentially rank for. This is another one that I will be able to use, right? Because I do have some that have the greenery, and I do sell wedding invitation templates. So there you go. So this is an easier way for you guys if you're struggling to find keywords using the tool like erank or Marmalade. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Let me know if you ever done this strategy before, or if you learned something new in this video. And don't forget to show me some love by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Thank you guys for watching.